All right. It is 7:30 at night. It is day 51 of this challenge. And we're headed to the last location of chapter 8, which is the Fire Spring Sanctuary. Now, the Fire Spring Sanctuary is one of my favorite locations in the entire game. And it's because I love the music, I love the aesthetics, and I just love how difficult it is. Like, seriously, it's one of the toughest sections of the game. And the enemies are really tough to deal with in the Fire Spring Sanctuary because most of them have attacks where they can hit all of us with just one attack. And because it is the Fire Spring Sanctuary, most enemies use fire attacks. So yeah, there's the Fire Spring Sanctuary over there. Now, before we start grinding for the drops in the Fire Spring Sanctuary, what I want to do first is just fight the boss, since the boss is pretty tough. And, to also go with the tradition for all the sanctuaries. Because, before grinding for the drops in the sanctuaries, I just kill the boss first and then start grinding. Because if you kill the sanctuary guardian in a sanctuary, then all the enemies will run away from you, which makes the grinding faster. But yeah, really, the only thing you gotta worry about here is just the enemies, since they're pretty tough to deal with. So you got the Psychic Psycho here, which can use PSI Fire to attack you. The Major Psychic Psycho, which is a palette swap with the Psychic Psycho. Try saying that 5 times fast. They act just like the Psychic Psycho, but their fire attacks are more of a higher level. Yeah, they're more of a higher level. I think they can use an attack that goes up to PSI Fire Gamma, which does a ton of damage. And then you have the Evil Elemental, which can possess you. And then you also have the Soul Consuming Flame, which can spit out fireballs to do a ton of damage to you. But the good thing about the Soul Consuming Flames is that they are pretty weak. Like, look at how much damage the Soul Consuming Flame just did to Ness just then. Bro, Ness is getting really unlucky. He gets a fireball spat out at him. The Evil Elemental hits him for more damage, and then he just misses his attack. And then Ness dies. Okay, I see how we're doing this. I see exactly how we're doing this. And also, I'm still in shock for how fast I managed to get the Troposaurus drop yesterday. Because, like, seriously, it's one of the rarest enemy drops in the game. It's a 1 in 128 chance. And I got it on the second try. Keep in mind, when I did this challenge for the first time, the Chompasaur took so long. Like, it took freaking forever to get their drop. But then for this redemption, I just get it in 2 tries. Like, it just feels like an insult. Oh yeah, and despite not being a Sanctuary Guardian, the Soul-Consuming Flame is also another non-boss enemy that plays the Sanctuary Guardian music. Like, honestly, I don't know why there's some enemies that play a boss theme, even though they're a non-boss enemy. Oh yeah, and definitely the most infamous drop in the Fire Spring Sanctuary is the Major Psychic Psychos drop, which drops another part of the ultimate equipment called the Star Pendant. And when you equip the Star Pendant, it provides 80% resistance to fire, freeze, flash, and paralysis attacks. Like, basically nothing can kill you at that point. But getting the Star Pendant comes with a little bit of a price. The Major Psychic Psycho never shows up alone. Like, I'm pretty sure they're the only enemy in this game that's actually impossible to single out. They will always fight with other enemies, basically making their 1 in 128 chance of them dropping the Star Pendant into a 1 in 256 chance. Because the more enemies you fight during a battle, the lower the drop rates get for all the enemies in that battle. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to deal with that. You know what, fine. Just to say, don't want to leave me alone. Okay, that's good that that both of them basically wasted turns. Oh yeah, not only are the enemies tough to deal with, but at the end of the Sanctuary, you have to face the Sanctuary Guardian, the next boss. And I consider the boss of the Fire Spring Sanctuary to be the toughest boss in the whole game. Like, you cannot tell me that Carbon Dog / Diamond Dog is not the hardest boss in EarthBound. But if you say Nessa's Nightmare is also the hardest boss, then I can accept that too. But like, come on, we all know it's freaking Carbon Dog / Diamond Dog. And the thing about it is that Carbon Dog isn't even that bad to deal with. It's just freaking Diamond Dog you have to work. Bro, it's freaking Diamond Dog. He can emit a glorious light, which is an attack that has a 55% chance of instantly killing one of our party members. Yep, it doesn't matter how much HP you have. It has a 55% chance to just make one of your characters die. Like, just straight up die. He also has some pretty strong normal attacks. And he also has a bite move, where if he bites you, he will diamondize you. Which makes sense, because he's Diamond Dog. So it makes sense for how he can diamondize you. But keep in mind, if you get diamondized in this game, you also instantly die. And just like the glorious light attack, it doesn't matter how much health you have. You just instantly die if you get diamondized. So yeah, you really have to try your hardest to not die during the fight. And just like the Lumine Hall Sanctuary from Chapter 7, here in the Fire Spring Sanctuary, I'm not actually going to get the melody first before grinding for the drops. Because if I get the 8th melody, then it will take me to Chapter 9, which we don't want. And yeah, the enemies are permanent here. I can fight them at any point in the game. It will be just better for me to just get the drops while I'm here for the first time. All right, we gave that Cherub's ban to Jeff. You know, I would like try to make my way around the enemies, except you can't really do that here in the Fire Spring Sanctuary because the rooms are super narrow. And it's also because of how the enemies move around in the overworld. Because as you can see, they like to move around in circles. But if they see you, then that's when they start chasing after you. So yeah, they move around in circles, which makes it really tough to just get them to stand still. Yeah, you just can't really get around the enemies for the most part. Oh, come on. Dude, screw you. Okay, Ness is at 1 HP. And Pooh isn't doing that much better either. Also, it kind of sucks that even though these enemies will shred through your health in the sanctuary, you only get 1 healing room in this entire sanctuary, which sucks. And even worse, it's near the beginning. Like, why is it not near the end or in the middle? Yeah, I think Ness can just hold on to that Horn of Life. Oh my god. Dude, just get me to the healing room. Just get me to the healing room. And just get me to the healing room. Just get me there. Okay, so here's the healing room. And because Paula has the C pendant, which also makes her resistant to fire attacks, and then Jeff has the flame pendant, which again makes him resistant to the fire attacks. They haven't really taken that much damage. I might as well heal Paula and Jeff up to max HP as well. Because why not? Actually, I think I want to take out the Psychic Psycho first, since I think they're more dangerous. Even though the evil elemental can possess us. Oh my god, leave me alone. I just want to get to the boss, and now they're just not there anymore for some reason. Okay. So I don't think Jeff has enough IQ to fix the broken antenna still. Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be a while before we can actually get to use Jeff's ultimate weapon. Okay, after this battle, I have to check Jeff's IQ stat to see if it's anywhere near enough to fix the broken antenna. That only did 179 damage with the heavy bazooka. Dude, that is a scam. Okay, what's Jeff's IQ stat? 61. Okay, he's not too far behind. Because he needs 65 IQ in order to fix the broken antenna. But hey, we're gaining some XP fighting these enemies. Oh yeah, and that present is Jeff's second best weapon, the Moonbeam gun. See, I'm gonna give this to Jeff, and then we're gonna make him stop using the baddest beam. Because he now has the Moonbeam gun. I can't throw the baddest beam out because, of course, you can't for some reason. So yeah, it's just gonna be stuck in Jeff's inventory for a little bit. Okay, he basically just wasted a turn. Thank God Paula clutched up with that smash hit. Okay. Okay, it's another soul-consuming flame. Oh, so I need to heal Ness and Pooh up before we can fight the boss. Because trust me, we're going to need all the help we can get. Okay, Ness unlocked PSI Flash Omega. And then Pooh just leveled up. What was that? Excuse me? Those enemies are frozen in place. Okay, something's weird going on, dude. Oh, what just happened to Pooh? Dude, look at him. He just turned into that. Okay, Paula leveled up to level 64. Okay, Paula just unlocked her final PSI move. Wait, what? I'm all the way up here and I'm still encountering that guy? That makes no sense. Dude, I was all the way up here. But Paula just unlocked her final PSI move called PSI Fire Omega. But you know, we can't use it on most of the enemies here since they are made of fire. Alright, we need to heal Ness and Pooh up. Okay, let's try it and eat this spicy jerky. Okay, that's good enough for Ness. And then for Pooh, I can just do this. And then make him drink the bottle of deluxe water. Alright, it's time for the next boss. Carbon Dog / Diamond Dog. And the final Sanctuary Guardian. Alright, so weirdly enough, this is one of the only boss fights in this game that has phases to it. The first phase is, you know, phase 1, Carbon Dog. He's not too bad. He basically acts the same as a soul-consuming flame. And he really shouldn't be too bad to take down. And then once you deal enough damage to Carbon Dog, you think he will die, but he doesn't. And that's because he'll shine rainbow lights and then he'll go into his second phase called Diamond Dog. And like seriously, you cannot tell me Diamond Dog is not the hardest boss in this game. What? That was it? That's a scam. Wait, I should probably just make Ness and Jeff defend, since he's probably gonna go into phase 2 after these PSI freeze shots from Pooh and Paula. Yeah, I knew it. Alright, so now he turned into Diamond Dog. Now, we can't actually physically attack Diamond Dog because he has a power shield, which reflects physical attacks back at us. The shield can break after 3 hits, but you know, I don't want to make my characters take damage every time they try to hit him with a physical attack. So we're just going to keep using PSI. And Diamond Dog also has an absurd amount of health. I think his health is like somewhere... I think it's like 3,300 something. But you know, this is the same game where the final boss literally has infinite HP and can't be damaged by anything. Dude, I'm honestly insane. I'm just straight up cooking Diamond Dog right now. But I keep solidifying him so he can't get a turn in to attack us. And then he literally just wasted a turn. Yeah, he only has one turn wasting move where all he does is just howl and it does literally nothing. So I just got lucky there. Wait, what? He just bit Jeff. He just bit Jeff and he didn't get diamondized from that. Excuse me? That's not how that's supposed to work. Okay, we're low on psychic points. No way, bro. No way. Pooh literally used the lowest PSI freeze attack, which is PSI freeze alpha, and Diamond Dog just died from that. Okay, so he really didn't do anything to us. And then he just didn't diamondize Jeff for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why that just worked. Alright, so now that Carbon/Diamond Dog is dead, all the enemies are scared of us now. So we can actually start grinding for the drops. And for today, I think I'm only gonna get 1 drop today, because this video is already getting long enough. And believe it or not, it's gonna be the Major Psychic Psycho that I'm gonna be going for, because they are the only enemy I allow exploits on. Because I swear, they're like the most difficult drop to get in this game. Like, try and get the Major Psychic Psycho's drop without using save states. Just go ahead and try and do it. See if it won't take you like 4 hours. But yeah, in order to pull off the exploit, I need to watch a video. Because, you know, I forget how to do the exploit every time. So, yeah, I need to memorize it. Oh, yeah, and using this exploit also breaks another rule where I'm not allowed to use Jeff's spy command. But, you know, in order to pull the exploit off, I have to use the spy command. I'm literally breaking 2 rules by using this exploit. Well, really, it's 1 rule that I'm breaking, since I allow exploits on the Major Psychic Psycho. But you know, it still feels like cheating. But I don't care, man. I don't see how you would get this drop, even with save states, without at least an hour of grinding. So yeah, we have to go back outside to the Lost Underworld so that I can heal everyone up and so that I can watch the video off camera so that I can memorize how to do it. And then I'm just immediately greeted with a Chomposaur because we love those guys. Just kidding, I don't love the Chomposaur. I hate fighting those things. I do like the Wetnosaur though, because they don't suck so much to fight, bro. So yeah, while I'm off camera, I'm gonna do a bunch of things. I have to sell a few items that we don't need anymore. I have to heal up everyone back to max HP. And you know, I also have to watch the video. So I'm gonna just end this first part of the recording right here so that I can do all that stuff. Boys and girls, I've watched the video on the Star Pendant exploit and it's time to pull it off. Now keep in mind, your text speed has to be set to fast in order for this to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, you have to do literally everything I'm doing right now. No mistakes either. All right. Major Psychic Psycho. No. There we go, boys. Star Pendant. Now let's get away. Oh, man. There it is. The Star Pendant. Keep in mind, this is definitely one of the most difficult ultimate equipment items to get. So yeah, we got it for Jeff. And now I have to get 2 more Star Pendants for Ness and Paula. Because why not? I might as well go all out. And unfortunately, Pooh is the only one who cannot equip the Star Pendant. Because of course he doesn't. Like, Pooh's just built different, bro. Like, this guy's a picky eater. He doesn't eat any food in the game besides brain food lunches. You know, Pooh just sucks. All right. Now, I'm gonna go get dessert real quick, and then we'll get the Star Pendant 2 more times for Ness and Paula. All right, I'm back. All right, time to use the exploit 2 more times. Because, you know, I'm already getting the Star Pendant once. And, you know, I have to get all the ultimate equipment to finish this challenge. So, you know, I might as well get the Star Pendant twice. But if you want the best load for your characters, good luck. Because you got to get all the ultimate weapons You also got to get all of Paula's defense items, and you got to get the star pendant 3 times. Okay, there's the second star pendant. Oh wait, Jeff has it. What am I doing? All right, give this to Paula. Nope. We don't like Chomposaurus. And now we just got to get it one more time. But yeah, keep in mind, you have to do everything correctly. No errors whatsoever. Yeah, like I was saying, you have to do everything in this specific order. You cannot mess up at all. And from what I've seen from the comments on that video that I got in the exploit from, this exploit does not work at all if you have a teddy bear or a super plush bear in your inventory for some reason. I don't know, that's just what the comment said. All right, that's the last star pendant. And we can give this to Ness. So yeah, Ness, Paula, and Jeff all have star pendants now. And we also got the first drop in the Fire Spring Sanctuary. But yeah, for this specific enemy, I don't consider it cheating, because I have to use a spy command to use the exploit. And of course, this is the only enemy I allow exploits on, because this drop is just too difficult to get, even if you use save states. All right, I gotta go. And also, I'm gonna change my text speed back to medium speed, because I'm just not used to the game having fast text speed.